Y'all already know the vibe, man. Y'all see we got the 2017 Rmz450 right here, y'all. And the problem with this bike is that he said he had this bike at another mechanic or whatever, and the mechanic had his bike for over like 4-5 months or whatever. The mechanic was just holding on to the bike, but he took the bike to that shop just to get the top end rebuilt. You know what I'm saying? Because the top end was bad, was blown up, I guess, or whatever. But he was saying after he got his bike back, after the bike being sitting for 4-5 months, y'all, he said the bike was pretty much leaking oil from the bottom end and the top end. You know what I'm saying? And as y'all can see, his bike is also missing some screws. That's a no-no. Missing some screws, the gas line cap. The cap gap. What they call that? The gas cap vent hose. I'm gonna say it like that, y'all. Screw missing right here. You know what I'm saying? Screw missing. So this bike is definitely missing some screws, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about what I do, y'all. When a bike come to me, I just feel like if it's missing screws, you should put a screw in there, you know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between dealing with the V-Touch and, you know, these other different shops or whatever. But yeah, y'all, but yeah, other than that, man, we're gonna be doing this one a little different today, y'all. But, you know, this bike crank up and everything, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have to ride this bike to see where it's leaking from. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to hit a few, you know, just ride it around a couple minutes or whatever to see where it's leaking from. That's even if it's leaking, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we're gonna start this video off, with just a ride around for a couple minutes, and I'm gonna tune back in so we can see where this bike is leaking from, if it's leaking, y'all. But other than that, man, hey, y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think though of this, you know, of this bike. Do y'all feel like his bike was in the mechanic shop too long for 4-5 months? And oh yeah, another thing, he told me this bike was, he said the bike was leaking so bad, you know what I'm saying, when he got it back after being in the shop for 4-5 months, it was leaking so bad that, you know, and not only that, when he got it out, he told me the same day he got the bike back from the shop, y'all, the same day he got the bike back from the shop, as soon as he went around the corner a few times to ride his bike, that's when he told me the bike started leaking very bad. The same day he got his bike back from the shop after being in the shop for 4-5 months. That's what he told me. And he said the bike was leaking so bad to the point, and he had spent so much money at this mechanic shop that he ended up just letting the bike sit for over a year. And that's how, you know, it ended up here or whatever, y'all. But yeah, other than that, man, y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. But we're going to get to the test ride. We're going to go from there. Y'all see the vibes, man. This might leak oil, or, you know, if it is leaking oil, but we gonna make sure, y'all. It looks like it's leaking from the main engine casing, y'all. That's where the oil is coming from. So he wasn't, you know, he wasn't tripping, y'all, at all. It's leaking from the main, up into the main engine casing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I had to ride the bike, y'all, to see this, just to make sure. And you can see a lot of oil. That oil is everywhere. Definitely oil everywhere, y'all. And it's crazy because the bike it ride pretty good, you know. The bike ride pretty good, but it's constant oil coming from, you know, the main. It gotta be the main engine casing. So pretty much what have to happen is have to pretty much take the whole engine out and split the casing and everything, tear the whole engine down just to get to that, you know, to get that main engine casing in there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like, but the bike run pretty good. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We're gonna get this thing back to the shop. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the customer know that I seen it leaking. I see what exactly what he talking about. But I'm trying to figure out, is it leaking from more the top end or the bottom end? That's what I'm trying to. That's really what I'm trying to see though, y'all. The top end or the bottom end? Or is it coming from the overflow? Maybe the overflow hose, y'all think? I don't know, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna crank it back up real quick though. I'm gonna crank it back up. And I'm gonna look right there while the engine is started up. So that's where it's coming from, all this oil, dog. All this oil is coming from the release tube. So it's not really the main casing now. It's not the main casing. You know what I'm saying? It's not the main casing. It's that release. That release, you know, the release valve right there. Where the hose hook up at. That's what's pushing the oil out like that, y'all. But I don't know, maybe did he put too much oil in it, but it definitely shouldn't be spitting out like that, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get this thing back to the shop, y'all, and we're gonna see what's going on. You know, why is it pushing that, you know, oil out like that? Hopefully the what they call it, the oil pump and nothing not bad, you know what I'm saying? The oil pump not bad, but I don't know, y'all. Y'all already know the vibes though, man. I'm gonna tap back in when I get back to the shop. We're gonna go from there. Y'all already know the vibes, man. I'm tapping back in after the you know, the test ride to see what was going on with the bike. But yeah, as y'all can see, with this bike, what's going on, it's pretty much pushing engine oil out of the vent hose, you know what I'm saying? The overflow vent hose or whatever. So and I can see that, you know, the bike run pretty good, you know what I'm saying? I can see that the bike run pretty good or whatever. And as you can see, it's still leaking oil a little bit on the floor over there. But that's definitely the issue that, you know, that I see what's going on. And it made him think that his engine cases were leaking, but, you know, the whole time his engine case is not leaking. It's just pushing oil throughout the vent hose and making it seem like the engine cases is leaking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all definitely gonna see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, it's still oil right there on the engine cases. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the problem. It's pushing oil out of the vent, that vent hose, man. You can see that whoever rebuilt his motor or whatever, they used a lot of gasket maker, a whole lot of gasket maker. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see. But yeah, y'all, pretty much, you know, hopefully his oil pump not bad, either his oil pump or his you know, his filter, you know, cause sometimes, like I know the Kawasaki, like the 2012 Kawasaki, they got like this filter on the inside for the oil pump. You know what I'm saying? The oil pump is actually like an oil pump filter on the inside. And since they use so much gasket maker on the motor, hopefully they didn't, you know, they didn't clog those filters up. You know what I'm saying? The oil pump filters on the inside. But now sometimes with the filters, they can either be on the inside of the motor or they could be more of on the outer side of the motor. Which in the case of those filters are in the inside of the motor, the oil pump filters are in the inside of the motor, I will have to take the motor off and take the motor completely apart, like I'm doing a rebuild pretty much, y'all, to the crank to get to those filters. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's on the outer side of the motor, you know, I wouldn't have to take the motor off. But hopefully that's the issue of his oil pump. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just be careful who y'all take y'all bike to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be careful who y'all take y'all bike to. You know, so situations like this won't happen. You know, the bike is running real good, but it's just pushing oil out of the vent hose. But other than that, y'all already know the vibes, man. I'm gonna tap back in. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, y'all already know the vibe. I'm gonna go from there. The first thing we're gonna start with, y'all, we just gonna see how much oil is in the bike. You know what I'm saying? If it got too much oil or, you know, what's going on, we're gonna see how much oil it have in here. We're gonna see how much oil it have. If maybe it have too much oil or what's going on. Definitely seem like a lot of oil coming out now. Definitely might have way too much oil in it from what it looked like. So as we can see, I checked to see if it had too much oil in it, y'all. And I'm not gonna lie, it felt like an extra 2 quarts of oil came out of this bike, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how would a mechanic put too much oil like that, you know, way too much oil like that in a bike. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it come pick the bike up. You know, that's not a good look, but yeah, y'all. So what I'm gonna have to do, y'all, since I drained all the oil and I put the correct amount of oil back in the bike, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna test ride it again, y'all. And we gonna see if oil still comes out of the the vent line or the overflow line. Now if oil still come out the overflow line, that means now we got a deeper problem that's inside of the motor. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to start with the simple steps first, y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna test ride it again, y'all. And we gonna see if oil come out of it again. I'm gonna ride it for about 5-10 more minutes. And I'm gonna tap back in with y'all. But other than that, y'all already know the vibes. I forgot to dry that little area up before I did the test ride, you know. That's why it was still a little oily on the motor a little bit, but I just dried it back up again. So what I'm gonna do on my way going back to the shop, bending a few corners, we're gonna double check when I get back to the shop, just to double check and make sure it's not leaking no more from there. You know what I'm saying, y'all? And then whatever, you know, after we check that or whatever, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna check the oil level again when we get it back in the shop. Do it the right way. Then we can check the valve, make sure the valves is good and everything, valve clearances. Then y'all already know the vibes though, man. But y'all know I'm gonna tap back in. All right, y'all, I'm tapping back in. After spinning a few more corners. As y'all can see, the bike is not leaking. So it's definitely dry inside there now. You know what I'm saying? So the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna get it back inside the shop, and then we're gonna check the oil levels real quick, y'all. You know, see how the oil levels, if they still the same, or you know, just how it's looking. But other than that, y'all already know the vibes, man. I'm gonna tap back in. And we got the bike back inside, you know what I'm saying? The bike is inside. So now what we gonna do, I'm gonna take this Phillips screwdriver screw out real quick, and we gonna check the oil levels, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Have your fingers crossed on this one, boy, because we gonna see if the level is still, you know, good how I left it, you know, or did the level go down? But from what I see, y'all, it's definitely not leaking no more, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, y'all already know the vibe. Let's get to it. All right, y'all, I got the screw loose now, and I'm just gonna show y'all how this works real quick, you know what I'm saying? So y'all know if y'all have enough oil in y'all bike so y'all won't overfill your bike up, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all this way, because with this one, this bike don't have a sight glass, y'all, or sight glass. You have to check by this, you know, this Phillips screwdriver screw, you know what I'm saying? So let's check, y'all. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna finish taking the screw out. As y'all can see, the bike is leaning, you know what I'm saying? I got the bike on the stand right here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So the bike is leaning, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly how this works. Okay, now, y'all see the screw is out, so no oil is coming out, I guess. But when I stand it straight, you're gonna see some oil come out. And I'm gonna lean it over straight. Okay, now you see oil coming out. Now that's how you know your oil is full. You know what I'm saying? When you stand your bike straight and you see the oil come out. So this bike is still good. You know what I'm saying? This bike is good, I meant, y'all. So that was the issue. The mechanic put way too much oil in his bike, bro. Way too much oil. So now the oil level is perfect. You know what I'm saying? And as y'all can see, the bike is at an angle. The bike is at an angle, y'all. The bike is definitely at an angle. And so that was the issue of all the oil, you know, on the engine casing and stuff like that, which is on this side. That was the issue of all the oil being on the engine casing, y'all. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and, you know, we're gonna do our inspection, y'all. We're just gonna take the gas tank off, because it's a fuel injected bike. We're just gonna take the gas on tank off, the fenders and everything. And I'm just gonna check his valve clearances, you know what I'm saying? Check his valve clearances, just to make sure everything is good. To make sure everything is good before I give him back his bike, y'all. But from what I see, that fixed the oil problem right there with all the oil coming out of the overflow holes or whatever. It was too much oil. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna take the gas tank and all that good stuff off. And y'all already know the vibes, man. I'm gonna tap back in. We're gonna go from there. Y'all already know the vibes, man. I'm tapping back in. But as y'all can see, you know, the timing and everything is on point. Timing is on point. All the marks line up, like we always talk about, you know what I'm saying? And the valve clearances is perfect. Yeah, the valve clearances is perfect. All the valves, it slide through nice and smooth on all the valves. Nice and smooth. Okay, so the next thing I am gonna do though, y'all, that caught my eye also, is I'm gonna go ahead and clean all that gasket maker and stuff off the, you know, off the motor right there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna clean all that gasket maker off, make it look more clean up in the, you know, well, it's really gasket makers everywhere on the motor. If you look at it, I mean. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and do my, best to go and clean up some of that gasket maker that's in there though, y'all. But other than that, man, never put too much oil in y'all bike, you know what I'm saying? The mechanic should never put too much oil in the bike. But other than that, y'all already know the vibes, man. I'm gonna tap back in, we're gonna go from there. One more thing I noticed, y'all, is that the screw to his gas tank, you know what I'm saying? The screw that tighten down the gas tank is broken off inside the frame. I don't know how did that happen, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Unless they try to put the wrong screw and tighten it down inside the frame, you know what I'm saying, to make it break off. But another thing with all that gasket making stuff that was on the motor, y'all know I had to clean that up, you know what I'm saying? Cause that stuff like that just irritate me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure it's nice and neat and everything look good, that goes on with the V-Touch, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, other than that, you know what I'm saying? I had put some more coolant in it. You know what I'm saying? The coolant looking good, the motor oil good. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna try to get this little broken screw about the frame, and then we're gonna go ahead and put screws in all the plastics and try to take off those zip ties. And one more thing I noticed is with his left plastic, this is the wrong plastic, y'all, because this bolt is supposed to bolt up to where the seat go at. But instead, they made it some type of way to where it goes to the subframe, you know what I'm saying? So this is the wrong plastic for this. And they got the zip tie down here holding it, so this might not even, that might not even work, bro. So we might leave the zip tie right there, cause that's the wrong plastic. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, other than that, I'll see if I can make it work, if I can work with it. But other than that, you already know the vibes, man. I'm gonna tap back in. Got everything put back together. You know what I'm saying? We got the screw in his gas tank. You know what I'm saying? I put all the screws inside the fenders, the plastic. But one thing, I wasn't able to put a screw right here, y'all, because like I said earlier, this is the wrong, fender for this bike or whatever, y'all. So it's like, they made that work a little bit, but other than that, we got coolant, oil, everything in the bike. But we're gonna start the bike up and we're gonna see what happens. See if it's first kick. Well, this bike always started good, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, man. Y'all already know the vibe. I don't see no oil leaking right now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I cleaned up the engine area with all that gasket making and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to do another test ride video. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do another test ride video just so we can make sure. You know what I'm saying? I know it's the correct amount of oil in the bike right now. You know what I'm saying? And y'all got to be careful who y'all take y'all bikes to, bro. Real talk, bro. Because whoever his mechanic was, they put way too much oil, bro. They put like 2 extra quarts of oil, bro. Like, real talk. But yeah, man, this bike pretty good though. Everything checked out pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Timing, valve clearance, everything on point. But yeah, man, I'm gonna do another test ride video on the bike though, y'all, just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned. They're gonna be, y'all just check that out. They're gonna be in the next video. But other than that, y'all already know the vibes, man. If y'all need any bike fits or anything, you know what I'm saying, hit me up on Instagram at GetItInGearCycles, the V-Touch South Florida vibe. But we're gonna go from there.